Hey everyone, this is Surya from Document360 team, and I'm excited to see you all today. Thank you for your patience. It's exciting to co-host the session for tonight, and I'm thrilled to be here with you all. So first of all, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you setting aside time from your very busy schedule to be here. Now it's time to dive into today's session. We have our very own Calum Gale, who's the account executive at Document360. So a little background on Calum. With over 8 years of experience in tech space and 3 years directly advising on knowledge management, Calum specializes in empowering technical writing teams and streamlining customer support. So he's also an expert in launching effective self-service platforms, and he's a trusted advisor to hundreds of SaaS businesses worldwide. So in today's session, Calum will, jump into the transformative impact of artificial intelligence on SaaS knowledge bases. So without further ado, Calum, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Surya, and thank you everyone for attending today. So, as previously mentioned, today we'll be exploring the transformative impact that AI is having, particularly on, SaaS knowledge bases, as well as customer support functions. So, just kicking things off, knowledge bases are no longer these static repositories that they used to be. They're dynamic, AI-driven ecosystems that are transforming how businesses interact with both their customers and their internal teams. So embracing these innovations is no longer a choice, but a necessity to keep up with the competition. So let's start by looking back. The earliest knowledge bases were static document repositories, and they were essentially digitized manuals. They then came searchable platforms where users could type keywords to find content. And then if you fast forward today, AI has revolutionized these systems into proactive, intelligent personal assistants. So AI doesn't just find answers, it predicts what users need before they even ask. Now, to highlight just a couple of factors to why traditional knowledge bases fall short today, the first one is scalability. So as your organization grows, so does your content, making it harder to manage. And this often rises in other problems such as outdated content, reducing the relevance and effectiveness over time. So teams had to shift through, complex hierarchies to locate and revise that information, and this in turn creates bottlenecks in efficiency. Additionally, these systems lacked advanced search functionalities and capabilities, forcing users to rely on exact keywords, which then often failed to surface the desired content. But the introduction of AI has unlocked a new era for knowledge bases, enabling contextual search where AI understands intent, not just keywords. And following that would be automation, where AI would recommend content, auto-generate summaries and related articles, reducing the human effort and just enhancing the overall end user experience. Most importantly, personalizing those responses based on user behavior and their own preferences. So this might be the right time to act because early adopters are already seeing, a reduction in churn rates, better employee productivity, and enhanced customer loyalty. So, to summarize everything in a nutshell, delaying means risking falling behind competitors who are already leveraging these benefits. And what does this evolution mean for businesses? That teams spend less time searching and managing content. They're, providing better customer experiences and cost-saving techniques. An interesting stat to keep in mind that complements this is that businesses that implement AI-driven self-service help report a 25% reduction in support costs within the first year. So essentially, oh, one second. Now, the four pillars that are game changing in integrating knowledge base with AI would be automated content updates, intelligent search, predictive analytics, as well as personalization. Each one of these four features addresses the most pressing challenges that organizations face in today's world, offering transformative solutions for modern teams and customers alike. So, first up is the automated content updates. So, managing the accuracy and relevance of content is one of the most daunting tasks for any knowledge-based administrator. Traditional methods typically rely on, manual updates, which are not only time-consuming, but they're also prone to human error. So AI eliminates this bottleneck caused by automating, content updates. Advanced algorithms then continuously scan for outdated information. They'll flag these inaccuracies and even suggest edits to improve clarity and relevance. Take for example, imagine a product feature update. Instead of sifting through multiple articles manually, the AI will identify all the effective content and either suggest or apply those changes automatically depending on the parameters you have set up. And this ensures that your knowledge base remains a reliable source of truth without requiring constant human oversight. Next would be the intelligent search. So one of the biggest frustrations we typically hear that users face with traditional knowledge bases is finding that relevant information amongst a sea of content. Keyword-based searches often fall short, returning irrelevant results or missing the entire context of a query. So AI introduces intelligent search, a feature that understands the user's intent rather than just matching the keywords. And by leveraging these natural language processing, NLP, AI can then interpret those complex queries and deliver precise answers instantly. So if a user types, "How can I reset my password" on mobile, it will not only recognize the query's intent, but also surfaces the most relevant article, even if that exact phrase doesn't exist in the content. And then up next and following this is predictive analytics. This is where AI really shines. It goes beyond answering questions to then proactively identify gaps in your knowledge base, as well as user behavioral trends. This feature will analyze historical data, search patterns, and user interactions to then predict their future needs. So as another example, if multiple users search for a topic that isn't covered in your knowledge base, the AI will flag this as a gap and suggest creating content. And similarly, predictive analytics can identify the underperforming articles, content that users frequently visit but rarely find helpful. So again, this gives your team actionable insights to improve those resources. And then finally, we got the personalization part. So today's users expect those tailored experiences, and AI delivers just that. Personalization is a cornerstone feature of AI enhanced knowledge bases, adapting content and recommendation to individual user profiles. And this means that every user, whether they're a first time visitor or a seasoned customer, gets a unique experience based on their preferences, behaviors, and past interactions. For instance, a returning customer might see articles related to their previous support queries or products they purchased, while a new user might be guided through onboarding content. Overall, AI-powered personalization ensures users quickly find what they need, increasing both engagement and overall satisfaction levels. So, just talking about some of the positive impacts that AI is having. Again, SaaS companies have reported a 20 to 30% increase in customer satisfaction by implementing AI-enhanced knowledge bases. Those with AI-enhanced self-service platforms also see a 60% higher user engagement level. Those adopting AI-driven knowledge bases have achieved up to a 25% reduction in support costs in their first year, as well as seeing a 50% time savings increase in content management tasks as well. So again, these are just some actionable insights into, companies who are adopting AI are seeing. So while the benefits of AI enhanced knowledge bases are undeniable, it's important to acknowledge the challenges organizations face when implementing these systems. The success of these systems hinges on addressing key areas like data quality, integration, cost, and user adoption as well. So we're going to take a closer look at each. And one thing to keep in mind is that AI systems are only as good as the data that they work with. So when it comes to data quality, poor data quality, such as incomplete, outdated, or inconsistent information, can undermine AI's effectiveness. For example, if your knowledge base contains redundant or contradictory articles, AI might generate inaccurate results or recommendations. So regular data audits and cleansing are critical to ensure that AI delivers value. And remember, the mantra here is garbage in, garbage out. Another major hurdle is integration. AI enhanced knowledge bases often need to work along CRM tools, help desk softwares and other platforms. And ensuring that these systems communicate seamlessly can be complex, especially in organizations with legacy software. So integration challenges can slow down the implementation, it can limit AI's ability to provide those unified insights. Next up, what we typically hear is that adopting AI-powered solutions often requires significant upfront investment, or not just in software, but also in infrastructure and training. And for smaller organizations, this cost can be a barrier. However, it's essential to view this as a long-term investment, future-proofing your business. While the initial expense may seem high, the return on investment from improved efficiency, reduced support costs, and enhanced customer satisfaction often outweigh the costs over time. And then finally, user adoption can be a challenge, both for internal teams and end users. Employees may be hesitant to trust AI or may struggle with the new workflows it introduces, and similarly, customers might need guidance to embrace self-service systems over traditional support channels. Clear communication, training, and gradual rollouts can help build that trust and engagement, ensuring that the AI tools are embraced rather than resisted. So, implementing an AI-driven knowledge base may seem complex, but breaking it into clear, actionable steps makes this entire process manageable. By focusing on assessing your needs, selecting the right platform, preparing your data, ensuring that seamless integration and providing end-user training, you can set up a system that delivers true value. So let's just take a moment to explore each of these steps in a bit more depth. First of all, you need to define your goals. You start by identifying the pain points you want to address. Are users struggling with the search functionality? Do you need automated content updates? And then clearly defining your goals ensures you select features that align with your organization's needs. Conduct surveys or interviews with key stakeholders to understand their expectations and challenges, creating your own roadmap for your AI implementation. Next up is preparing your data, cleaning and organizing. AI thrives on high quality data. So before implementation, audit your existing content, remove duplicates, fill gaps, standardize formats. Ensure that your data is well structured and tagged for easy AI interpretation. Investing time in this data preparation not only boosts overall AI performance, but also ensures your knowledge base delivers accurate and relevant results from day one, which should be top of mind for anyone managing a knowledge base. We then need to drive adoption through user training, so ensuring that your teams and end users are equipped to use the new system effectively. Offer tailored training sessions that focus on how AI improves their experience. You can provide step-by-step guides and encourage feedback to address hesitations. A well-informed user base is more likely to trust and adopt the AI-driven knowledge base, resulting in a smoother transition overall. Then next, you need to select the right platform. You need to prioritize flexibility. This is critical. Look for solutions with robust AI capabilities like natural language processing, predictive analytics, and integration flexibility. Evaluate platforms based on their ability to grow and scale with your organization. A scalable, user-friendly platform, after all, reduces the complexity of adoption and ensures long-term success. So we'll just take a few minutes and hop into a demo. If you give me 1 second. So for this example, we'll take Sarah, a technical writer at a fast-growing SaaS company. Her day typically starts with an overwhelming task list. This can include updating user documentation, creating FAQs for a new product release, and ensuring the knowledge base stays relevant. On top of that, her team struggles to manage support requests due to users failing to find answers in their current system. So using Document360's AI features, we'll show you just how we've transformed her day to day. So first and foremost, we have our conversational Eddie AI. Sarah's first challenge is addressing repetitive user queries. Previously, this meant manually redirecting users to relevant articles, which would waste valuable time. So with conversational Eddie AI, users now interact with an intelligent chatbot that understands context and responds conversationally. Eddie doesn't just guide users to answers, it learns from interactions to improve accuracy. And I'll show you this in action in just a second. You know, in that example, support requests dropped by 30%, giving Sarah's team the bandwidth to focus on complex issues. And this ties in nicely to something you can try on our own website yourself, which is our AI search, which helps users find answers faster. So again, a typical use case we hear is that users are frustrated by irrelevant search results, and in Sarah's case, users lost trust in the knowledge base. So enter ARR AI search, a feature that goes beyond keyword matching to understand that intent. Whether a user types reset my account or can't log in, this AI search will be able to guide that user to the correct articles and respond conversationally. It doesn't just guide the users to the answers, it learns from those interactions and so on and so forth. To show you this in action, again, you can try it out on a website. You'll have a search bar. And instead of just typing in SSO, for example, and seeing the results here, you'll be able to talk to it like it's a person. Again, Eddie can also be white labeled to your organization. So if we use SSO as an example again, instead of just typing in SSO, I'll provide some more context. How do I configure SSO with Okta? And again, if we hit enter, instead of going through our regular search, now it's going through our AI assisted search, which is also conversational. And again, this is going to drastically improve the end user experience, reducing frustration levels and increasing engagement, as well as, providing that very modern experience for your knowledge base and its users. So essentially what's happening here is instead of going into the specific articles, which may contain relevant information, and then may also contain irrelevant information, it's taking the context of my search term, it's understanding what I'm asking for, and then it is essentially analyzing all of the documentation and data that we have prepared and providing it in a clear, concise, and conversational format, as you're seeing is being provided right now. Off the back of this as well, you can then go into the sourced articles to see where exactly it's pulled this information from, so you can go and dive deeper into them should you wish. Next, we can actually turn this data into insights. In Sarah's case, despite those improvements, she still wanted to know what users were searching for, but not finding. It's all about having a pulse, finger on the pulse of your users, right? Understanding what people are searching for, addressing any gaps in their knowledge, or addressing any gaps in your own knowledge base and articles. So with our search analytics, what we have down here is we allow people like Sarah to uncover gaps in their content by analyzing those search patterns, those failed queries, and you can track metrics like total conversations, total queries, answered queries, feedbacks, and many more. And these insights can prompt you to create new articles, improve existing ones, and ensure your knowledge base stays proactive and relevant. So again, if we quickly go into our AI writer capabilities, this sits on the content creation side of things. So we'll just go into an example here. I'm just pulling up an article that I am currently working on. And when drafting detailed product guides, for example, using Sarah's example again, she used to spend hours starting from scratch. But now with our AI writer, she can input key points and receive a well-structured draft in minutes. And you can also improve the content with options like changing tone, converting speech, making sentences longer, and a variety of other formats available here as well. Again, allowing you to focus on writing content that delivers value, as well as standardizing voices if you have a team of multiple writers as well. It's also an incredibly great way to go and create tables, pie charts, or flow charts from existing sense as well. And the most exciting thing about this feature is it doesn't replace her expertise, but actually accelerates her workflow, allowing her to focus on refining the content instead of wrestling with the blank page. Next up, let's just say Sarah's company launched a new feature and a manager expects FAQs to be ready by the next day. We also have an FAQ generator available here, and then you input the product documentation and the AI will generate a list of clear, concise FAQs based on that content. So what used to take hours now happens in minutes, well, in this case, seconds, keeping you ahead of your deadlines. Likewise, if we go into content tools here, we have an automated business glossary generator. So again, we'll go into content reuse, we'll open our glossary. And then as you can see here, Eddie has 14 glossary suggestions based on the articles that already exist. It scans our content, identifies any jargon, and generates a glossary complete with definitions. So users now have instant clarity without having to leave the page, and teams like Sarah's avoid repetitive clarification requests. And then another feature to show you here would be our related articles. So again, if we scroll to the bottom, what you'll see is this little icon that if you hover over, shows that Eddie AI suggested it. So Sarah noticed that users often abandoned articles without finding the full information that they needed. The related article recommender that you're seeing here solves this by suggesting complementary articles tailored to the user's query. And this seamless navigation improves content discoverability, ensuring users leave with their question answered. Likewise, touching on improving user experience again, we have the AI article summarizer, essentially a too long didn't read for busy readers. So again, Sarah deals with user feedback around lengthy articles being overwhelming. This summarizer creates concise summaries at the top of the articles, offering users that quick overview while still providing the option to dive deeper. And as a result, user satisfaction spikes as busy readers find what they need in seconds. Overall, just to summarize all of this, by the end of the day, Sarah realizes how much Document 360's AI features have changed the workflow. Each of these features solves a specific pain point, from our conversational ready AI handling user queries to tools like our AI writer and search analytics, enhancing the overall content strategy. Document 360 doesn't just streamline her day, it empowers her to create a knowledge base that truly serves her organization and all of its users. So if I quickly hop back to the slides. We'll move on to the topic of measuring the success of AI in knowledge bases. So implementing AI in a knowledge base is just the beginning. The real challenge actually lies in measuring its impact. Success isn't defined solely by the presence of AI, but how effectively it addresses those users' needs and drives business outcomes. So 4 key metrics here, I'd say, would be user engagement, search efficiency, customer satisfaction, and content relevance. So if we take user engagement, one of the clearest indicators of AI's success is increased user engagement. Metrics like time spent on the knowledge base, the number of article views, read times, and repeat visits highlight how effectively users are finding value. So our features like the AI-related article recommender and personalization encourage that deeper interaction, turning that static knowledge base we spoke about earlier into a more dynamic resource. And if users are engaging more, it's a strong sign your AI is making an impact, a positive one at that. And then we move on to search efficiency. Evaluate how quickly users are finding relevant answers using tools like AI search. Reduce query times, fewer failed searches, and higher click-through rates on top search results indicate that your AI-driven search is delivering as it should be. Eddy Search Analytics can provide those detailed insights into search patterns, helping you fine-tune your content strategy for continuous improvement. And then we have customer satisfaction, which is the ultimate goal of any knowledge base, right? AI tools like Conversational Eddy, Article Summarizer play a direct role in enhancing these user experiences. Feedback surveys, reduced support tickets, a higher NPS, Net Promoter Score, show just how satisfied users are with your knowledge base's self-service options. And a happier customer base translates to a stronger brand loyalty and reduced operational costs as well. If we then move on to content relevance, we'll see that AI's ability to analyze content gaps and recommend updates ensures your knowledge base remains relevant. Use metrics like content update frequency, search query match rates, and user ratings on articles to gauge that relevance. And then tools like the FAQ generator and automated business glossary generator also ensure that even niche needs are addressed proactively. When users consistently find the information they need, it reflects the strength of your content strategy. So, measuring the success of AI in knowledge bases requires a clear focus on outcomes like engagement, efficiency, satisfaction, and relevance. By monitoring each of these metrics and continuously optimizing based on insights, you validate your investment in AI and ensure it delivers lasting value. And remember, AI isn't just a technology, it's a tool for building better user experience. Share this quick testimonial from one of our customers in France called FastMag.
Second, we have seen a decrease of the number of calls to our support team, and so we have 15% less tickets than we had a year before. So I would say a large part of this 15% less tickets is due to better documentation.
And again, we have plenty more of these case studies, examples, and testimonials available on our website should you wish to take a further look. So that is essentially our presentation on AI.
Amazing. Yeah. Thank you, Calum. I hope the audience found this session to be insightful. On behalf of the entire Document 360 team, I thank everyone who joined the session today. For those who might want to revisit today's insight, the entire session has been recorded and it will be soon be available on our website along with the presentation deck. So keep an eye on for the upload. So, guys, if you have any other questions, like Calum said, you can always reach him or reach out to him on LinkedIn. He'll be able to give answers to those. Yeah, so we'll be back again with another session soon, and wishing you all an amazing day ahead, guys. Thank you all.